Hello everyone and welcome to Connors of Spear Tier 1. My name is Thomas, next to me is Lewis, and we're back this time for round 2 here in Montreal, Canada. And I'm really looking forward to this race. We've got try, qualifying and race, so it will be down to the drivers and their strategy. Like I said, Lewis is in the commentary box with me. We're back, the duo is back. Lewis, how are you, mate?
Yeah, very good, thanks, mate. Hello, good evening, everyone. It's great to be back. Although we were here, obviously, last week, yeah, we got, like I said, it's the official announcement party of us and this season. It's a long season, 18 races. We're only in the second, and looking forward to it. And we're at a track that we didn't race last season. So I personally have had very little, apart from yesterday. I don't think I've even driven around Canada that often in online lobbies, so I think everyone's getting caught. Well, so far everyone's getting caught out a little bit, or quite a lot in the races I've seen so far. So it'll be interesting to see how the Tier 1 boys do.
Yeah, 100%. It's not only we from COS who haven't raced here for a very long time. It was in the real life as well, apart from last season when they actually came back. So it's good to have this track back on the calendar. It's good to be here. I really like racing around this track, to be honest. It's one where you can gamble on making an extra pit stop, as it is one of those circuits where the pit lane isn't that long.
Yeah,
So, like, if a scenario comes up where a late safety car pops out or anything like that, it's not too bad of a strategy to go back into the pits, put on new fresh soft tires, and then go on to the aggressive for the last couple of laps. It's tricky. Corner cutting wise, we will probably see a lot of people picking up a penalty and a lot of people invalidating their lap time through qualifying session. I need to warm up as well, but it's good to be back.
yeah, but that's so true. The pit situation around Canada is short. 2 stops has worked in the past. On this game, 1 stop. If it's no safety car, a 1 stop actually can be quicker. In the previous games, it's definitely a 2 stop. You wouldn't try it at all. But I think they've gone up a compound, and that is shown now because the soft tire doesn't. It's still a short life, but it's not so dramatic drop off. Whilst the mediums are pretty good, and the hards are actually not too bad either.
Yeah, so it will be an interesting one tonight. We've got 16 drivers. Fruitful should be joining as well through qualifying session, so that will make it 17. Could show up. And yeah, like we said, really looking forward to this race. Currently, we've got Vaporizer on pole position with 109.9. He is 9 tenths clear from Electric Blade in P2 as a 110.8 together with Minions. We've got Not Rapid in P4, Profotis P5, Charlie P6. Donamo comes across the line, but he unfortunately invalidated his lap time, so he will probably try and go again on this lap. Let's see if Matty is doing a better job. Yes, he is. He's coming towards the end of Sector 2. Only the chicane here to negotiate before entering the hairpin, where the end of Sector 2 is. He's got an Alpine in front, but that shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, still a lot of drivers having to put in a lap.
Yeah, that's it. And Matty had a great race yesterday. Got through kept out of trouble, got through the field, and looked very good. Vaporizer has just done a purple first sector. He's our current P1 holder. He's going through the second sector towards the hairpin bend. He'll get the sector. Yeah, he's nearly 4 tenths up. So we're on course for a special lap here, and he might even get some slipstream. Hopefully, he doesn't get. It'd be a shame if he gets done with the traffic here. Oh, this is going to be close to the Haas driver. Haas driver pits. Oh, he invalidates.
Oh, yeah.
That's a shame because it was a 1.9.7. It would have been an improvement, but it does not stick. Rules are rules though. And I wonder if it was the guy ahead. It does this track because with the pit entry, it's dead straight ahead. The fact they don't brake, it just kind of distracts you, and I think that car ahead would have made a difference, maybe. But at the same time, he wasn't like in the way, but it is in your eye line.
Yeah, I literally wanted to say that. As soon as the Haas came in, I was like, oh no, that's going to be very distracting.
Yeah,
Um, but
we've been there, haven't we?
yeah,
We
we have. But
experienced that.
yeah, but the worst thing is actually going into the pits when someone in front of you is staying out, because then
Yeah,
you want to like have the best entry possible. So you want to brake as late as possible, and then someone brakes early, and you're like, oh no, and then you almost ran into the back, and it creates chaos. Like how many times we've seen that over the last couple of years is, yeah, incredible.
yeah, and some people, I guess, will risk it by like if someone's ahead, because they're not braking, they just make a move on someone, and that's really kind of dangerous and and that really puts you off. So I'm surprised they haven't ever come up with a different strategy, but they haven't got the space in real life, so it's what it is. But yeah, Vaporizer Forge for him. No one's improved yet. Bama, got past him. Bama is a few, well, hundredths off Vaporizer's time. Corey is a few tenths off. We've got quite a big gap in this quali session so far between the top, I'd say, top 3 and the rest of the field.
We've got a poll in the chat, and I don't know who did it, but the question is, will Thomas say you love to see it? And the answers are most definitely, certainly not. Lewis will say it first. And everyone now, 4 votes already for most definitely that I will be the one saying it first.
Yeah.
You love to see it. There we have it. We're back.
Is that on the Twitch comments?
Yeah, on the Twitch comments, yeah.
Oh, just in the poll, yeah.
You love it.
Most definitely toss it. I'm going to add to that. There you go.
Matty, good evening to you as well, mate. Good luck for tonight's race. Jimmy James once again invalidated his lap time. He hasn't been able to put in a representative time as of yet. We've got a vaporizer on 109.9, but the gap is definitely less compared to what it was 2 or 3 minutes ago. We've got Bama on a 110.0, Corey on a 110.2. After that, it's half a second gap between P3 and P4. Hasmania in P4. But yeah, Vaporizer's got some competition now.
Yeah, he does. And we've got so many, like I said, so many people have not set a time yet. Fruitful, Don Ammo, Pipe Tech, Jammy James, all because it's really easy to get a warning around here, especially in qualifying when you can gain so much if you get it right and be more committed, but the risk is there and validating. And the problem is, the longer you get into the session, the more your runs have to be more cautious, so you're not at your best unless you really just gamble at it. Some people will just keep gambling. I still think track position, even though this track maybe not so important, I always think track position is better than having to fight through the field or be in the midfield, where most of the time, if you're in the midfield, from my experience, that's where you're most likely to be either the incident or causing an incident. The front is always the best place in a race, so quality is important, and sometimes it's good just to give it a little bit of time off. Vaporizer is on a hot lap. I think I don't know how far, whether he's up or he's lagging. He's still going for it.
Corey now in a net P1, but I think Vaporizer is going to improve to the final chicane. Last time he invalidated, this time he doesn't, and this most certainly is going to be an improvement for Vaporizer. Yes, it is, but just about. But he takes pole position back, and he is back into P1 with 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, you've got our chat in the Alpha coming to the line. Oh, slow lap. Not rapid, he's heading towards the line. This was that was an hour lap. Next. Matty Robbo, he is nearly half a second up on his previous best. So he's on course for a low 1 minute 11. does that final bus stop. Matty's looking good here. And it's a 1:10.9 in the end. Very good for Matty after P8.
Really well done by Matty. I'm currently on board with Richa, and he is now going through the hairpin, 3.5 tenths up. So he is looking to get himself at least up by 1 position, but can he get closer to the top 4 who are really close together? On the back straight, only the final chicane to negotiate. Can he get away with it? Yes, he does. No invalidation. On towards the line now. Completely to the right hand side of the track. A 110.3. He's got right in between P4 and P6.
Not rapid. He's going to be. This is going to be a really good time here. Not rapid. P6, just shy of Archer. 10th off. So not rapid had a good run there.
We've got Jimmy James now starting a lap.
Yeah.
And there is some big pressure on his shoulders as he is still one of the 4 drivers who has to put in a lap.
Yeah, 19.5.
Ooh, the car needs to get, yeah, that's all good. AlphaTauri got out of the way nicely. That was Charlie.
Good.
Yeah, it's looking like a decent lap so far from Jimmy James. No purple sectors as of yet. He just needs to keep it in between those white lines. Otherwise he will have to start from last place on the grid. Through the final chicane he goes. Yeah, that was on the safe side. He clips the wall of champions. But I think it's all good. On towards the line. It's a 110.0 and it is P3 for Jimmy James. A thousandth of a second quicker than Bama in P4.
Yeah, that is fair play. That's a very good lap with all that pressure. I don't think he's got the time to do another lap. Quick lap. So, yeah, I think Jamie's definitely not going to get another lap. So that is Jamie, 1 lap, 1 quali run to get it on the second row at the moment. But obviously, the only thing is, that is it for now. Whilst the others are all going to be coming out now to do their final run, their final attempt on improving a lap. So Jamie may get dropped off that 3rd place here, especially with Bama only needing 1,000th of a second improvement. The track naturally gets grippier and at its quickest now at the end of this session.
We've got AJ now coming out of the hairpin, just entered sector 3. Can he improve on his 111.3? He's currently in P13. But if either this set is already 3 laps old, or he did his fastest lap on a 3 lap old source, but he invalidates through the final chicane, and unless he's got enough energy left to put in another lap, this is his qualifying session over. So we go to Donamo, who is now on a flyer. What's the hairpin? He's got a Alpine in front, a Mercedes in front, a Ferrari in front. It's busy in front of Donamo. Can he maybe snatch a little bit of slipstream from the people ahead? He's using the Alpine. He's giving him a great tow. But is it going to cost him through the chicane? Oh yes it is. It distracted him that much that he picked up an invalidation.
Yeah, I'm trying to see, because there's still 3 people. Frugal's not going to set a time. Charles retired. He's...
Oh, bummer! He lost it just before the end of sector 2, and that is his qualifying session over as well. Minions, his teammate, is he on for an improvement?
300's down.
Maybe Wilma can help his teammate. He's a little bit less than a 10th down on his previous lap time. Minions. Yes, Bama is going to give him slipstream. Look at this. This is beautiful team play from the Red Bull team. Oh, but Bama is going to... Oh, he's going to the pits. Fair play.
Yeah.
No invalidation. Nope. Minions can go on towards the line. He only needs 3 tenths. Is it enough? No, it's not. He remains in P5.
Not rapid is 500s down.
Vaporizer already finished. Bama into the pits. Jimmy can't set a lap. Corey invalidated. Hasmania is still out on track. Is he going to improve on his 110.7? He took it very nicely the last chicane. On towards the line. Completely to the right hand side of the track. 110.5. He improves. Not position wise. But he improves himself by 2 tenths.
Nice.
That's your qualifying session. We've got a Ferrari in P1 and P3. And Vaporizer on pole position.
Yeah, it looks very good. The interesting race. The Jammy Pepe. I think Jammy almost. I know he obviously didn't get pole position, but I thought that was a very good lap considering the pressure. You know, he only had one more run left. Otherwise, he was starting P17. So a good recovery from him. But yeah, the Ferraris look good.
Ferraris are looking really good around here. Vaporizer takes pole position by 3 tenths of a second, but look at P2, P3 and P4. How close is that? You'll have to see it. We've got Minions in P5, Richard in P6, Not Rapid P7, Asmania P8, Electroblade P9 and Matty rounds off the top 10. We've got Charlie in P11, Profotus P12, AJ P13, Donny P14, Pipetech P15, Fruitful and Donamo are the ones not being able to put in a lap. They will be starting 16 and 17th on the grid.
And you have done it. Yeah, I've done the word. So
I've done the word,
voting,
yeah.
Voting is successful. They were very wise.
So Lewis, you know more about strategy than I do nowadays because I don't race on this game anymore. not much more, but still, it's enough to inform everyone watching what the preferable strategy is or what is the smartest option. Tell us about it.
Right, so if there's no safety car, which is highly unlikely, I mean I might have jinxed it now, but if there was no safety car, you can actually do a one-stop strategy on this game. I expect to see a lot of the front runners starting on the hard tyre, as now with the rules where you don't need to carry over your qualifying tyre, it gives you that freedom to choose what compound you want in that top 10. And so if you have track position, it makes sense to run on the harder tyre, and it seems to be at most tracks now the hard tyre isn't much worse than the medium. So I expect the one stop. However, if there are safety cars, see what happens. It's going to be sometimes in favour of people who start on medium tyres, or if there's a safety car later on, it will definitely favour the guys on the hard tyres. So, and if it's in the middle, it kind of will be both people benefiting. Definitely don't expect soft runners at the beginning of this race, but you never know. There might be someone doing a wild card, maybe a two-stopper.
Well, we've got the tyre information on screen right now. We've got Vaporize and Corey, the top 2 on the hards. We've got Jamie James behind, opting to go for the mediums, as he's the only one within the top 7 to opt to go onto the medium tyre. So we've got Bama, Minions, Richa and Not Rapid all on the hard tyre as well. Hasmania and Electric Blade are the ones on the medium, and Matthew rounds off the top 10 on the hards. Then we've got Charlie on the medium, Profodes on the hard, AJ on the medium, Donny on the hard, Pipetech on the medium, Fruitful on the hard, and Donamo on the medium. I'm going to be brutally honest here. I thought Fruitful was going to be on at least the mediums, if not the soft tire, but I wouldn't guessed him going onto the soft tire, but at least the medium tire, as well, we know he's quicker than a couple of guys in front of him, so maybe trying to be a little bit more aggressive and trying to make those overtakes, but he's probably going for the long run, trying to maybe extend his stint as long as possible and then try to go on the softer tire towards the end when they are at his best.
Yeah, very true. I I mean, it makes sense for the Ferrari boys to split their strategy.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Vaporize being on pole, he's had first pick. He chose the hard, so Jamie's on right medium. And to be honest, if it was a straightforward race, the medium and the hard isn't massively different. But obviously, if you are in the second half of the race, you're going to be the quicker of the two. But with safety cars highly being likely, that kind of always changes things. So we'll see. But definitely, that's why I'm not surprised that out of the top 10, the majority have started on the hard because they want to have that pace in the second half of the race. Another thing, obviously, Thomas, is people now get to go into their start grid position, unlike in the previous games.
Yeah, that's a very good point as well. Everyone has got into the grid slots as we're waiting for the 5 red lights. They're out now, but we're still waiting, and it's away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix. It's a good start from Vaporize. It's a good start from Germany. It's chaos at the back with an Aston Martin spinning already, but we've got a Ferrari on too. Or is Jamie James going to lose the position to Corey? They're side by side going into turn 2, but I think Jamie James is going to get ahead. Yes, he is. So we've got a Ferrari on 2 after turn 3. We've got Fruitful with a 5-place grid penalty, as he is still in P15, and both Aston Martins towards the back of the grid.
Yeah, Not Rapid was the one, and he's only just in turn 2 now, so he's well behind the field. But what a start for both Ferraris, and we crucially got Jamie James in that P2. He can follow, or if he has the pace, he will lead in this first stint. Try and bring Vaporizer with him. Depends on the pace in this opening stint. Whether I would expect Jamie to have the performance, especially when the tyres get up to temperature. Oh, but he almost clips the wall there, Jamie. I don't know if he did, but he's going to be under pressure now from Corey. I wonder what their downforce is like, and also the Red Bull Bauer looking really racy.
Bauer's looking quick. He was having a little look, but he thought better of it. Maybe now on exit he can maybe get something done into turn 1. We've already got someone going into the pits that is Fruitful.
Yeah. And
we've got Corey going round the outside of Jamie James. What a move from the Alfa Romeo. Jamie James has left the session. No.
Oh no. What bad luck. Ah, such a shame. See if I can get him invited.
Rapid has he's retired at the Wolf Champions, and we've got a safety car. Or is it a virtual one? Let's see. Don't see the yellow dot, so I think it's a virtual one.
Virtual. Yeah. So yeah, Not Rapid had a terrible first lap, but he lost his front wing. I mean, this is going to save Jamie James here, this VSC.
Yeah.
If he can get back in, I have sent an invite over to him. I'll send another.
Still virtual safety car. Now we've gone back to green, so it is back to full race pace again, with Vaporizer still leading this race 1.2 seconds to the Alfa Romeo in P2, and we've got both Red Bulls in P3 and P4, where Bama looks really solid so far. Can he put the pressure on Corey in P2? Oh, Minions has gone into the wall, and he's got a big front wing damage on the left hand side.
Yeah, he's going to have to pit, and the worst thing about it is, well, it's forced him onto a 2-stopper now. He's going to have to go on the mediums, unless he's got another... Well, yeah, he won't be able to get the 10 mediums at the end of the race, so he'll have to go mediums, and then either soft or another set of mediums. That way now. He's forced in that direction. He's not going to be able to stay out. Oh, we got another electric blades out. That could be a safety car. And is it a safety car? No, it's not. It's still a VSC at the moment, for now. And now this could again save Minions a little bit here. Minions will be able to take a pit stop, and he does so. So he'll be able to save quite a bit of time. Oh, but he speeds.
Electric blade.
Yeah, blades out.
Yeah.
Another VSC.
This is where Pipetech and Fruitful both would have hoped for a full safety car to get back in this race.
Yeah. It's quite incredible actually that they've had that. 2 VSCs. Minions just coming out the pits now. One VSC.
It's maintaining. They have to maintain their pace. We've got the top 4 all on the hards, and we've got 3 people behind us. We've got green flag conditions again. We've got 3 people behind P5, P6 and P7 on the medium tire, and then 2 hard runners behind it. So to be very interested to see what those guys on the mediums can do. Are they closing in, or do they have to leave a little bit of a gap? Oh, Corey, he got a bit sloppy on exit. Is Bama going to make a move around the outside with the help of DRS? Yes, he is. Is he gonna hold it round the outside? Yes, he is, which will turn into the inside for turn 2. And Bama gets the job done, and now he's got a 2.3 second gap to Vaporizer in P1.
Yeah. Looking good there, and Hasmania leader, so the top 4 on the hards, then you got Hasmania the first on the medium tyres, and really you'd expect the pace advantage, although this race so far has been very disrupted. 2 very early VSCs, no one pitting because there's no point, it's too early to pit unless you had damage. Oh, not right, Bennett's now left the session. So we got 15 runners left, which is still the vast majority of the field.
Corey now, he is sticking within 1 second of Bama. Jimmy James is back. Fortunately for him, he dropped all the way down to P12. Well, knowing his pace, he should be able to get at least something back from the time he lost.
And if there's a safety car, if there is a safety car later on, it'll give him a chance, maybe at the perfect time.
Yeah, he will be praying for a safety car as well, together with Minions, Fruitful and Pipetech. Let's see, Hasmania, he is putting the pressure on Richa.
He's back online.
Hasmania being followed by Charlie as well. These 3 guys together. Forming a nice little train. Then we've got a train behind those guys of Matty, AJ and Donny. Ooh, Hasmania really close to the back of the Alfa Romeo in front, who gets a much better exit now. Hasmania with the help of DRS and ERS should be able to close in. Is he going to make the move already? I don't think he is. Yes, he is! Down the inside. Oh, they go too wide, and I think Charlie is the one gaining the upper hand. Oh, he goes in between. Now down the inside for P4, and he... Oh, they make contact! As Richard sticks his nose in, side by side, so Hasmania lost the position to his teammate. Is Richard going to lose a position to Charlie as well? No, he's not. So only the Alpha Tauris has swapped for now. But that was a really close battle.
It's not over yet though, I don't think. DRS activated. Frugal sits fast as well. Shame Frugal has some good pace.
And last time round, the gap between Pipetech and Fruitful was 9/10. Now it's 2.4 seconds. So Fruitful has turned up his pace. It's good to see. We're going to stay on board with Hasmania as we've got the perfect view of what is about to happen in front. Is Charlie going for the gap already? He knows that the Alfa Romeo isn't that quick in a straight down. We saw it on the last lap. And he is going for the same move, but he gets it done before the chicane. Which cost him a little bit of his exit, but I think he is good to stay in front with the help of DRS as well. He stays in front, so that's Charlie up into P4. Really well done.
Really good there. Charlie is looking good on the mediums. I think Richard is he's kind of in a medium sandwich. The only one on the hards on there is Haas. Mainly gets a 3-second penalty. One of the first ones in that top 5. Oh, got yellow. That's a Haas.
That is Donamo. And we've got a full safety car now.
Wow. So the one crash where the guy doesn't retire gives us a safety car.
Yeah, nice.
Science.
I love this game.
Yeah, I love this game. Yeah, so now we're at a stage where it would be very early still to pit. Or it would be early. You could, if you're on a medium tyre, go to a 2-stop strategy.
I think
go on another set of mediums and then
Fruitful. I think Fruitful's maybe going to gamble because he started on the hards. So now being on the mediums, he's done on the tire regulation. He's fulfilled that one. Maybe switching back to the hards and see how long he can stretch it, and then maybe when there's a late safety car going to the softs towards the end. I think Pipe Tech, Minions, and Donamo, together with Jamie James, all of the guys who have pitted pretty much, can go for that option. Yeah, we've got Charlie Hess already on fresh hards. We've got Profodas going on fresh mediums. Jamie James on a fresh set of hard tires. So, well, Fruitful stays out. Okay, and Pipe Tech as well. So Pipe Tech and Fruitful both stay out on the 7-lap old mediums.
Jamie just stays out ahead of Fruitful. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what that strategy is for Fruitful, I would say. And Pipe Tech, maybe, all I'm thinking is I think they're committed to a 2-stopper. So they're thinking of going onto the soft tyres or another set of mediums later on in the race, which I don't blame. It's very close. The 2-stop or the 1-stop are very close ones, and yeah, we'll see. It could work, it might not. It just depends how this race gets played out with any further safety cars or VSCs.
So we're waiting now for everyone to close back into the safety car queue. Quick update through the field. We've got the top 7 will still have to make their first stop. Everyone is on the hard tire apart from AJ, who is on 9-lap old mediums. Behind those top 7 we've got Charlie on a fresh set of hards. We've got Minions on, well, not fresh but also not old mediums, 6-lap olds they are. He picked up a penalty together with his Mania, who was on a fresh set of hards. Profodas, fresh set of mediums. Jamie James, fresh set of hards. Fruitful and Pipe Tech, they both stayed out on their mediums. They've gone on to that set after the first lap. And then we've got Donamo now in P15 and last on the grid. He is on a fresh set of hards as well, and we've got the safety car in this lap.
Excellent. Let's get back to some racing. It's been a very stop-start race at the moment. You just need a bit of flow, but normally safety cars do tend to encourage further safety cars because it bunches that field up again. People make aggressive moves. So we'll see.
Vaporizer is going He's done it before the chicane. And that has been a good restart. Donny is off. He lost it coming out of the last chicane. And he is dropping all the way down to last place on the grid.
That's such a shame there. It was looking so good, but it's always a bit chaotic, the restarts around here, as I experienced yesterday. Expect the unexpected. We got another yellow. I don't know who that is.
Oh, Profodes. Mama, he won. Well, today, but for his steer was yesterday. He won in AM1. So he knows what it is to win around this track. We also know he's got the pace. He showed that already. And he's putting the pressure on Vaporizer now. So it's really interesting to see what he can do. Of course, Vaporizer was clear by 2.5 seconds when that safety car came out. The gap has gone down to 0 again. And it's time for Vaporizer to do exactly the same thing like he did the last 10 laps, extending that gap. But I don't think it's going to be that easy this time round with Bama behind him.
Yeah, that's it. It's a different story now. Bama has probably almost, a much closer pace. Oh, we're on the yellow. That's a Mercedes and retiring Donny. It's a shame.
That's a big shame.
Yeah, Vaporizer looking good. Bama now has a chance on this restart.
Oh, Fruitful I think made a mistake. Sorry to interrupt. He dropped down to P10. Jimmy James. Oh! Jimmy James had a little bit of a collision with Hasmania, which is allowing Fruitful to get back past. So he is now back into P9, and I think Charlie is going to get past as well. Yes, he is. So Hasmania lost 3 positions in 1 corner and a straight.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shame there. Donny's left the session. But McLaren is still looking very racy, and those mediums still strong enough to pose a threat to Jammy. There's a lot of time missed there. 4 seconds between Minions and Jammy James.
Yeah, the group behind has been battling a lot. So that's why they lost the 4 seconds. DRS has been enabled, so from next lap onwards, Fruitful can use the DRS. But is he going for a move already? Oh, he was having a little bit of a look. He's putting Jammy James under pressure, but Jammy James defends really well. There's no way Fruitful can get it past there. So he has to wait for at least the back straight to make a move. But if he's smart, he's probably going to wait until after the hairpin to make a move with the help of DRS.
Yeah, that's it.
Of course, he will get DRS on this straight, but I think it's a little bit too short from where he is now to really make a move. Yeah, it is. Oh, Richa lost it coming off the chicane.
Oh.
They're getting past now, and he's dropping all the way down to P12. That will be as soon as Donamo gets past.
Yeah, he's got no damage though.
No damage, but those tires will be screaming.
Yeah, he's going to have to be careful here for a bit.
Here comes Fruitful. DRS enabled. He's really low on ERS, but he should be able to get the job done. Down the inside, Jammy James backs out. Jammy James backed out there. He knows that there's no chance of keeping Fruitful behind. Fruitful now up into P7 as he wants to get away from the guys behind. And Richard Matthias in the pits.
Shame. Yep, you'll see now if Fruitful had a moment there, a little snap on the rear, but he was able to hold it.
Equals Charlie picks up a 3-second time penalty. He is in P9. Vaporizer has done a really good job actually. He's managed to pull away from Bama by at least a second, so Bama is not going to get any DRS. The first one close to the car in front is Minions, who is now towards the back of AJ. In fact, he's already side by side with AJ, and he's the one having the DRS, so this should be job done, and it is. It is Minions up into P4. And
Minions.
AJ goes into the pits.
Yeah. Matty doing a good job as well. P5 currently. He's yet to stop in this race. So we should see how he gets on. The field spread out quite quickly in this restart. Fruitful also is, pace-wise, he's 3.3 behind Matty Robbo. With 13 lap old mediums. Are those mediums, the performance advantage starting to go away on that age of a medium? He is gaining still, a couple of tenths. So maybe not, maybe this group are actually coming back towards Matty Robbo for an attack here, P5.
I think the people who stayed out when the last shaker came out, they will be praying for another one to come out. Not now, but a little bit further along in this race.
Yeah, that gap's coming down quite a bit. Fruitful is going really quick here, and Jamie James is also really good. Both of these guys really good pace. Coming now 2.5, so they almost took, well, they did. They took about 7/10 of a second out of Matty Robbo on that last lap alone. They're going to be within a couple of laps. But the pit window for the hard runners was lap 20. These guys may extend that because of the amount of laps where they've been in yellow conditions, yellow flag conditions. So maybe lap 20 still for the medium tyre then, but some may try and go longer.
Still, these three guys together, as Fruitful is massively closing in towards the back of Matty Robbo, 1.4 seconds. As Robbo has got a gap of 3.7 to the back of Minions. But yeah, Fruitful is closing in, and I think he wants to get ahead of Matty before he makes his pit stop. Really gain the upper hand before he has to make another stop when he switches off from those medium tires.
Rory had a little bit of greediness on the throttle in turn 2. Didn't lose too much time. Yeah, Fruitful almost under a second now from Matty. And he's just bringing along Jamie and Charlie as well. We got Hasmania, I think, spun off. Yeah. Turn 2. Vaporizers pulled away, nearly 2 seconds clear, so even Bama just not quite able to match Vaporizer. Vaporizer looking very good in this race so far.
Matty and Fruitful are weaving. Both weaving on the straight to make something clear. I think Matty knows that Fruitful is too quick. Fruitful now with that little bit of ERS he's got in the car and the help of DRS should be able to get the job done. I don't think Matty is going to fight too hard. Oh yes, no, yes. Matty is going to fight hard. You love to see it. Oh, Pama's off. No, that's Minions. Minions off at turn 2 and Matty stays in front.
Oh, Jamie James. Oh, McLaren's off on the grass. And Charlie gets ahead of Jamie James now. But fair play to Matty. And that's the thing, if you can stick it round the outside, and Fruitful couldn't shut the door because Matty kept it alongside him through turn 1, so then he had the inside for turn 2. Great, fair play, good driving from them lot. And Matty now it's P3 because of that, because of Minions and Bama pitting as well. Bama is on... side he is now on mediums, so yeah, Bama is going for that one stopper and he is undercutting Vaporizer. Expect Vaporizer, no, Vaporizer is going to stick to the plan, go a couple of laps longer.
You see, with this, all Fruitful goes into the pits. Is Vaporizer allowing Bama to get back into this race by staying out on the hards?
Yeah, but he's gonna obviously. I think he's just gonna go to either stretch it to the softs or hit when he like lap 20, lap 21, because you'll have the advantage on the medium tyre. Then, if you have the pace, you'll be able to catch up. And staying out's not a problem. Also, for if there's a safety car, because if there's a safety car, he'll be able to benefit from that because his pit stop won't be so long. So, Vaporizer still has the upper hand here. I feel just because he has that pace advantage under his pocket, and he'll have fresher tyres. So,
fair point.
I think what Corey and that lot do, and Bama, I think they're doing it because they know they have the pace, so they're trying to do a different strategy. But yeah, they're still saying out Corey no pits. So Corey is coming in.
If Vaporizer stayed out, Matty stayed out as well. Is Charlie going to make a move down the inside? No, he's not. These three guys really close together. Vaporizer, the only one out on track, who still has to make a stop together with Matty. Everyone else has made a stop already.
This helps Fruitful so much here. These guys not being able to get past Matty.
Yeah.
Fruitful on the undercut is that was crucial, that lap, because it's going to be another lap.
Oh, Charlie!
No! That's older tyres, and Charlie now, I mean, the safety car might come out
here. Be
here.
careful, you don't. Oh, no.
Yeah, those tyres are cooked. Yeah, shame for Charlie, as Hasmania pits. Vaporizer does not. Vaporizer stay. I wonder if Vaporizer is going to try and go to the soft here.
Soft. I think he is. I think he also doesn't want to gamble that he is going to pit when a safety car comes out. So I think he's just going to wait. When a safety car comes out, fine. And otherwise, they're just going on towards the softs. I think that's what is going through his mind right now.
Bama is already behind Jamie James now.
Yeah, Bama he's massively closing in, and he shouldn't have a problem getting past these two guys in front. But then those softs will be so much quicker. Because Bama still has to do 14 laps on these tires, as Fruitful puts in the fast lap of the race of 1:11.9. But Bama has to do a lot of laps on these tires, and we saw with Fruitful, how old were they? Like 15 laps or something. Yeah. And then he decided to come into the pits already. Bama gets past Jamie James here. So yeah, those tires of Bama will be the same age of Fruitful's mediums, and Fruitful was not any quicker than Jamie James on the hard. So if Vaporizer is waiting late and going on to the softs, I think he's got a real advantage. But he goes into the pits.
Yeah. So
never mind what I just said. You can completely cut that whole lap. Jamie James is going, Vaporizer is going on to the mediums.
Yeah, and Bama, look at this, Bama and the Ferrari's getting past Matty as Matty pits now.
Yeah, smart play.
As well, yeah. So Vaporizer's in the pit lane. This is going to be close.
He's losing a lot of positions.
As he got ahead.
Is
side by side.
Bama is in front. Interesting.
Yeah. But he has 4 lap pressure mediums and a pace advantage.
Yeah.
So once his tyres come up to temperature, it will. I'd expect him to be able to challenge Bama.
Yeah, Jamie James is not going to hurt him too much. We'll probably just stay behind him, and we'll be trying to be as good of a backup to Vaporizer, but I don't think Jamie James can do too much against Bama being on 4 lap old mediums and Jamie on 13 lap old hards. It's not the ideal situation for the second Ferrari in this race.
Yeah, that's it. Now the only thing what does happen here is Vaporizer will want to get past Bama, because what he doesn't want to be in a situation is if it's a safety car late on everyone therefore has to go on to softs, because then they'll be on equal tyres. So
Yeah.
once this, I mean, at the moment the gap is a second between Bama and Vaporizer. So at the moment he's not in DRS zone, but I expect on this lap now to get used to the medium tyre and be up to temperature, unless Bama has a lot more pace on these mediums.
You already
I do
dipped
expect
into.
towards the end, yeah, he's starting to dip in.
Yeah.
I expect at the end of the race where Vaporizer would have a big advantage.
Fruitful is making a move on Pipe Tech. Pipe Tech still on those mediums. They both pitted on lap 1. And now Fruitful made an extra pit stop and got past Pipe Tech again. He's up into P7. And to be fair, he should be able to get himself into that top 5. And if Minions and Jimmy James are going to make a stop as well, maybe a podium is on the cards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vaporizer massively closed this gap. I think it's going to be a purple lap from him as well.
Yeah.
This time round, we will see. No, it's not. Fair play. I think it's Fruitful now with the fast lap. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. A 1:11.9. Vaporizer did a 1:11.9 as well. The gap, 7 thousandths of a second.
Well, it shows Fruitful's pace. Fruitful P7 at the moment on those 5-lap-old medium tyres. So he was able to get a good undercut in that one. Yeah, Vaporizer all over the back of Bama now.
Yeah, it's not a matter of if, it's more when is Vaporizer gonna get past Bama, and I think he's going to give us that answer in a very, very short time. He's already side by side, he's got the DRS, he is quicker, and he's passed before the braking zone. Vaporizer is back in the lead, and how long can Bama stay within a second of that Ferrari?
The other thing as well is Vaporizer has so much more energy at his disposal. Bama has used a lot of energy, which means he's going to be affected in those power zones. So that's not going to help his cause either.
Fruitful is getting closer to Donamo, which is very understandable. Because Donamo is on 16 lap old hards compared to Fruitful on 6 lap old mediums, so nothing to feel ashamed about from Donamo's POV, but Fruitful wants to get past that Haas as soon as possible. Oh, and there we have it already. Donamo lets Fruitful get past. Fruitful up into P6. We've got Minions and Corey having a little bit of a fight. Corey got past, but his Minion's going to get back at him with the help of DRS. He's got the DRS enabled now. Who's to the inside, and he gets the job done. Great battle for P4 in this race. And this is really helping Fruitful as Minions picks up 3 seconds through the final chicane.
Yeah, and Hasmania is weirdly on soft tyres with 10 laps to go. And they're a 5-lap old as well.
Corey get past again. Bad exit from Minions.
Yep, nicely done. Bama's staying in a second with Vaporizer.
Oh, we've got a Alpha
That's
Tauri.
Hasmania.
It is Hasmania, yeah.
That down.
Fair play to the people who haven't picked up a penalty yet. Vaporizer, Bama, Jimmy James, Fruitful, Donamo and Profodes can really help their race.
Well, this is the thing. If say Vaporizer gets a penalty here, Bama would be in the lead right now. But he's out of DRS. This could be crucial now. Yeah, Vaporizer just as the fastest lap of the race. that's going to be hard now for Bama to stay in that, and he's probably going to lose quite a bit of time.
And Minions really dropping off now, which is understandable, being on 23 laps all mediums.
Oh yeah.
A Pipe Tech on 25 lap old mediums. Are they able to make it towards the end of the race? Pipe Tech has been on this tire since lap 1. Yeah, Minions let Fruitful past. He knows that there's no chance of him being able to keep Fruitful behind. And now Fruitful has a 3-second gap to overcome.
Yeah.
If he wants to finish at least P4 in this race, 6 seconds if he wants to get himself on the podium.
Will there be a final twist in the tail? Will we have some drama? Or will it be a straightforward duel between Vaporize and Bama all the way to the end? Fruitful though is on some really good pace, it's already under 3 seconds now.
Oh my days, what is happening here? Profotis and Matty Robbo. Two League OGs collided. And Profotis came off worse. Wing damage and P11. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. Don't know what happened, but it's a very strange place to have that.
Well, I saw what happened. I just don't know what happened, if you know what I mean. Profotis picks up 5 seconds going into the pits. He is going for a front wing change, which is obvious. And I assume a soft tire. Yep, it is.
I don't know what Pipe Tech's thinking is, and I don't know how those tyres haven't blown up yet. He's done 26 laps on mediums. Like, that's what 26 laps on hards is one thing, but 26 on mediums. Yeah, how is his tyres not exploded? And I just don't think. I'm just thinking if he's thinking of doing a medium to soft, he was better off doing a hard to soft strategy, personally. And I think he'd be pitting now.
I think he has been praying for the last 10 laps for a safety car to come out, but it's not working. And the chance of a safety car coming out is getting less and less.
Yeah. Surely he's pitting now.
Corey caught up to the back of Jimmy James. And Fruitful is only 3 seconds behind this. Remember, Corey has got a 3-second time penalty. So if it stands like this, Fruitful will overtake him. This is going to be a brilliant battle for the last podium place in this race.
Yeah. Bring it on, because Corey's going to have the pace here. It's 9 lap mediums to 20 lap hards here.
Yeah, Fruitful will be praying that Jimmy James is going to keep that Alfa Romeo behind for a very long time. Jimmy James will do everything he can to sustain himself a position on the podium, but Corey, with that much more grip, should be able to get the job done. He has got 0% of ERS, but he gets himself down the inside. Is he going to keep it on track? No, he's not, but Jimmy James picks up a penalty. So this plays in favor of Fruitful, with both drivers now on a 3-second time penalty and battling it out going into turn 1. Is Jimmy James gonna get back? No, he's not. So we've got Corey now up into P3, Jimmy James P4, Fruitful P5, but he's only 1.5 seconds behind without a penalty.
That's it, he's gained massive. These guys squabbling, he's gained loads of time. And Fruitful's just so much quicker. Jimmy James just doesn't have the pace now. And Fruitful's absolutely flying, like you say, no penalties. Fruitful is currently in the net P3.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how much he's struggling now with the grip level. Fruitful gaining massively. He should be getting DRS. No, he's not. Jimmy James is not going to get any DRS. Fruitful will get DRS on this level. Oh, Jimmy James did get DRS. He got lucky there. So that's going to help him defending from Fruitful. everyone is low on ERS. Corey now, he needs to be saving up as much of ERS as possible. He knows that Jeremy James is not a threat behind. He needs to focus on Fruitful.
Fruitful's massive, right on the tail now. I mean, it'd be great if Fruitful could get this third place, you know, on track as well. The thing is, Jamie has got DRS still at the moment. It's just about holding on. Bammer's got 3 seconds now, so that just even more. Well, the gap's 4 seconds now. Vaporizer's checked out. With 4.5 to go. Ooh. Now Ferrari, Jamie, he's struggling to make the apex now for the hairpin. I think he is outside of DRS. He is. And Fruitful does it.
Yeah, smart play. Not losing too much time by trying to battle it out. Maybe try and see if he can get himself close to Corey. And yeah, Vaporizer Obama as well, so they both picked up a 3-second time penalty.
This is a good recovery, a really good recovery from Fruitful here. Oh, we got yellow in sector 3. I don't know why. Yeah, it's been a good recovery so far.
Yeah, he's the one making this race very interesting together with Corey and Jeremy James. Fruitful can see the red light flashing of that Alfa Romeo in front, so he knows that Corey is low on ERS. But the thing is, he is low on ERS himself, less than 10%.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same amount of laps done on these medium tires. Advantage for Fruitful is he hasn't got a penalty.
That is the big advantage, so he can play it safer. But he has got a pace advantage. Even though Corey is 1 lap newer, it's just we're just showing Fruitful not being able to get a quality time to go through the field. If he hadn't had to do that, he probably would have been close, or he showed like close to Vaporizer. You know, he would have been battling. I think he would have been right up there.
Oh, Corey!
Corey spins! No! So many have done that with these tyres as they start to wear out more. Oh, he almost spins again. Be careful. Corey now down to P5. Luckily, a big gap between him and P6 with Don Ammo, but now it's definitely put him out of opposition P4 at least. And that gives Fruitful the gift of having P3 on track.
That's an anticlimax to this race.
Yeah. Corey will be very frustrated. 2.5 laps to go to have that moment. But in reality, it's only cost him 1 place. Letting Jamie James through.
Minions here is the one on a charge. Well, not really a charge as in positions, but he is the one trying to survive on his 29 lap old mediums. Man on a mission.
He is. Pace is showing, but yeah, he's getting dropped by Fruitful.
He's putting the pressure on Donamo though.
Yeah, Minions is, somehow. 30 lap old mediums.
There's no way.
Well, he's proving it. He's showing it. I mean, will they last to the end?
He's driving so carefully. It's like he's driving on ice.
Yeah. And you got people like Matty Robbo coming back towards him as well on fresher tyres. Run out of time, as it is for these guys 1 and a bit laps to go, but for the race leader, he is on that final lap.
He is on the final lap. He made an overtake on Profodes. and he is cruising to victory here in Montreal. Really well done by Vaporizer, solid race. He showed once again his class through qualifying, and he maintained that level through the race, and there was no one who has been able to stop him. I think Fruitful would have been the one being able to stop him. I don't say he would have done it, but at least he would have given Vaporizer a tough battle. But that is why qualifying is so important. Fruitful had to start from P16. Vaporizer was the one starting on pole position. It has been a dominant race, no mistakes apart from the penalty, but Vaporizer takes victory here in round 2, EU1. Really well done by Vaporizer. Bama, after his win in AM1, will take second place here tonight. And Fruitful, like we said, starting from P16, damage on lap 1, pitted through the safety car.
Oh!
And managed his way onto the podium. Jimmy James will finish in P4. Corey will finish P5. AJ
Minions.
and Donamo
That's a
is...
battle, yes. Donamo, Matty Robber are battling it out here.
Oh, Minions!
Lost the back end. Yeah, his tyres are gone. I think he's got a puncture.
But look at this,
Yeah,
Matty Robo
he's got a puncture.
down the inside. Donamo isn't gonna defend. Donamo has given up, so Matty takes P7.
What? Yeah, and Minions has got a rear puncture. That's why it went.
No, on the last hairpin.
Yeah.
It's like one exit before.
I think it happened in the chicane before
Yeah.
the hairpin.
Ah, and then he wanted to get the power on.
Yeah. I mean, he's really struggling now because that tyre is going to be deflated.
It's such a shame because he's finishing P11 as well. Oh, this is don't get disqualified now. Well, not that it matters anyway, but it's just for the feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a truck or the Titanic having to make a turn. But he gets it done.
Yeah.
Together with his teammate coming across the line. You love to see it.
Yeah, great ending though. Matty gaining 2 places the last lap. You'd be happy with that.
Right was today Fruitful, yeah, that one is deserved. Although driving such a dominant race like Vaporizer today isn't an easy job as well. Here we have him going on to the podium. After P2 last week round, he will take victory this week with Obama in P2 and Fruitful getting alongside him in P3.
Well, in the end, a dominant performance from Vaporizer. But I think when Fruitful get to quali, they expect to see him coming back into the form that he was in last season. And yeah, Bama, consistent, Fruitful, really good P3, great recovery for P16.
So here we have it, the final standings from your round 2 here in Canada. Vaporizer taking the victory with Bama P2, Fruitful rounding off the podium in P3. Hasn't picked up a penalty, really well done. Jimmy James P4, Corey P5, AJ P6, Donamo P7. He hasn't picked up a penalty as well, really well done. Matty P8, Pipetech P9, Charlie P10. And we've got Minions P11. He got really unlucky with the puncture on the last lap. Profotus P12, Asmania P13, Richa P14, Donny P15, Electric Blade P16, and Not Rapid last on the grid P17. Matty in the chat saying not bad, not bad. I may have scared Fruit a bit. I think you definitely. I didn't think he expected you to defend it like that, but you had all the rights to do so. I will ask him actually, as he should be joining the commentary box. I'm going to invite everyone on the podium. Let's see, a Vaporizer, Bama, and Fruit. He should be joining the commentary box anytime soon. There we have Fruitful already. As we're waiting for Bama and Vaporizer. While we are waiting for Bama and Vaporizer to join the party, we're going to start off with Fruitful already. First of all, congratulations on taking P3 in this race. Was it a case of you not setting a lap, or was it an invalidation which caused you not having a lap time through qualifying?
I was just not in time. I joined like with like 6 minutes to go, and I had to go to the toilet really bad, so I had no chance of actually setting a lap. So that was pretty frustrating, as I've had decent pace in the race actually, but I just couldn't use it at the start. It was such a mess.
Yeah, what happened at the start? Because we saw you having a collision with one of the Aston Martins, I think it was.
Yeah, there was just an Aston Martin standing still. So I just drove right at the back of him. I chose to go to the left last minute, and exactly at that moment there was standing someone still at the left side of the track, which was pretty frustrating because if I didn't actually have that collision, I think I would have been in a battle for the win, maybe P2, but it's I couldn't do anything different.
Yeah, you got lucky with the safety coming out halfway through the race, which yeah allowed you to get a little bit closer to the rest of the field. You opted to go for a double medium stint after you made your stop. Now looking back at it, do you think it was the right strategy, or would you have done something different?
Nah, I wouldn't have done something different. I didn't really have a choice as I started on the hard tire, so double medium was always a strat, I think. Yeah, but the how that was not a safety car, by the way, and the first two virtual safety cars was
Yeah,
mind blowing because everything is a safety car on this game except for two people crashing.
Yeah, Lewis
Oh
said as
well.
well. We had two people retiring, then we've got a virtual safety car, and as soon as someone actually stayed in the race, we got a safety
Yeah,
car.
yeah, mental, mate. This game is not the best.
That almost would have been a sub for Fruitful. Last
Yeah.
question. We had Matty in the chat. He was well, he was happy with his race, but he said I may have scared Fruitful a bit though. We saw you both weaving on the straight, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is going to be an easy pass for Fruitful. And then suddenly he defended the inside, and you actually had to stay behind him for another lap. Did you expect that one? It was quite funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, mate. I waved at him because I knew he was gonna battle me. I had flashbacks to Russia all over again. So I knew he was gonna battle me, and I just dived it down the inside. Didn't brake too late because I just didn't want to kill him. But yeah, he defended really good, and he did everything right. Nearly lost the position because of it, but it was brilliant. He's a great racer, but he just didn't have the pace.
Yeah, it was unlucky, but you made a brilliant move on the last lap, so you got P7. But yeah, it was fun
Oh,
watching that
nice,
battle between you guys and Jamie James joining as well. So yeah, really
beautiful.
well done.
Thank
Congratulations on the
you,
P3. Go enjoy it.
thank you.
Just in time, Bama. Really well timed that one. Um, First of all, congratulations on P2 in this race. You took victory in AM1. Well, for us, it was still today. For you, it was yesterday. Um, and LP2, Vaporizer was a little bit too quick, wasn't he? We unfortunately can't hear you on stream. Um, but Boma said I'm going to give it away for viewers. Boma said that yeah, Vaporizer unfortunately was a little bit too quick, but still happy with the outcome of P2. Yeah, you opted to go into the pits a little bit earlier than Vaporizer and came out right in front. Was there something going through your mind where you said, "Oh, maybe I have it now," or were you already confident that nah, he's going to get past? Bama said that he was trying to hold Vaporizer up for as long as possible, but after a couple of laps it wasn't possible anymore. But yeah, Bama, still really well done on the P2. Vaporizer showed his dominance, and you drove a really good race still. So congratulations on the P2. Vaporizer unfortunately didn't join the commentary box.
I did.
Oh, he did. I'm so sorry. Vaporizer, then going to you. First of all, congratulations on taking the victory in tonight's race. I said it on stream and I said it just then. Dominant performance, um, pole position during qualifying and then victory in the race. Me and Lewis were debating on you going onto the soft tire because you stayed out that long. Was there a point going through your mind where you said, I'm going onto the softs, or was it going to be mediums all way long?
No, I think the normal lap to pit on the hards is like 20 or something, so it was only one lap later.
Okay.
I just wanted to not get in traffic because there was a lot of traffic behind me, and I saw Bama was in traffic as well. So I was like, yeah, let's just stay out. I'll catch him up if I have 4 laps fresher tires. Because the mediums are so bad around here. So yeah.
We saw you picking up a penalty, and only Donamo and Fruitful were the ones not picking up a penalty. How hard is it to stay away from those white lines around this track?
Yeah, really hard. I think you need to drop like 2-3 tenths of pace to not get a penalty. But as soon as I saw Bama got a penalty, I was like, okay, let's just push a bit more. And then I got it. I think I even got 5 warnings in the end. So it was close to 6 seconds actually. It's really hard.
Yeah, we can imagine. Now with 2 podiums in a row, I know it's early days, but is this a sign that maybe this is going to be your season where you can really challenge for the championship and maybe actually take this one?
Yeah, I hope so, but I also hope that there is going to be a bit more of a challenge in the championship. I think I won the last race on penalties or something.
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of a pace gap, I think. So yeah, let's hope there's going to be a bit more of a challenge in the end.
We will have to wait and see. It will be Kota next week, so yeah, get your practice in for that one. But for now, go enjoy your victory here around Canada. Really well done, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And with that, it rounds off the interviews and the stream for tonight. Congratulations once again, everyone who finished on the podium. And thank you, Lewis, for joining the commentary box with me. It was a pleasure as always.
Yeah, absolute pleasure. Great to be back, the duo, and yeah, great race in the end. Very good performance from all the top 3 in particular. So yeah.
Like I said, we are going to visit the United States next week for the race around Kota, so make sure you tune in that one. Same time, same day, same drivers. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the race. And as I always say, have a good one, stay safe, and good.